Okay, so hi everybody. This will be the start of a new Finite series I'll be doing called the 30-Day Horror Challenge, which was started by a user named Tattooed Doorman. I actually found this through, however, someone I subscribed to named HalfTheMike. It actually seems, from watching his videos for this challenge, we seem to have pretty similar tastes and whatnot and all that, based on what I've seen. We're pretty similar, I guess, but like his first horror movie he saw was the same one I saw for my first horror movie. His pick for his favorite classical movie is the same one as mine. Just stuff like that. But so yeah, I'm actually pretty far behind in doing this. Like about 2 weeks, I believe. But fortunately, Tattoo Doorman stated that we could do like multiple days, like in one go, or whatever. So I'll probably do maybe like 3 or 4 days per video to just catch up and all that. But for this one, I'll try to keep this video as short as I can. I'll be doing the first 3 days, I suppose, in this video. And by the way, I mean, that's another point. Looking at some of these days, I don't know how well I'll be able to answer or do some of these particular days, because some of them nothing's really coming to mind for me. Like for one, well, I won't give anything away, but I'll cross those bridges when I get to them, I guess. I'll do this best I can, I suppose. But anyway, to the actual challenges. Day number 1 is what was the first horror movie you ever saw, and for me, I actually can't. For a while, I actually couldn't remember specifically. I mean, I knew it had to be one of several movies, but I pretty much narrowed it down to 2 that it had to be. One of them, there's a slight chance it could be, but the one I'm going to show, I'm pretty certain this is the one I saw for my first horror movie. At least this is the very first one I ever remember seeing, so yeah, we'll go with that. I don't have it on DVD yet, but my very first horror movie I ever saw was Stephen King's It. So I remember seeing this when I was 4 years old, and it terrified me of clowns for a long time. It just so happens that my sister had a ventriloquist dummy that was actually a clown and looked pretty similar to Pennywise, and I was terrified of that thing when I was a little kid. I actually don't remember when I stopped being scared of it, but I just remember for the longest time I was terrified of it. But yeah, for some reason though, whenever I think about watching this when I was a little kid, there's always the same scene always comes to mind whenever I think about it, and that's the scene where Ben is near the sewer, and he sees Ed as his father, and then a skeleton. That's always the scene I think of when I think about watching this as a kid. I hear they're gonna do another version of this. Or at least I heard about it at one point, but I haven't really heard anything else about it, so I don't know if they're still doing it. But I did hear at one point they were going to redo it, or do another adaptation rather. Anyway, that's day number 1. Day number 2 is what was the last horror movie you saw in theaters? And for me, it was actually quite a long time ago, 2004 to be specific, and that was the Dawn of the Dead remake. Yeah, I actually went to see this with a friend of mine who, the same one who appeared in that short video I did about 2 or so weeks ago. It was with him. I liked it, but he hated it though. He actually said after it was over that he thought it was lame. That's really about all he said about it. But I enjoyed it. And finally, day number 3. What is your favorite classical movie? At first, I wasn't sure, what definition of classical he was going with. Like classical in the sense of the classic era, such as Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, so forth. But it seemed, or maybe just like any movie that's considered a classic horror movie now, and it seems to be that one. So If that's the case, I am going with Night of the Living Dead, the original. Yeah, I actually don't know if this DVD will even play anymore. Seems like the last time I tried to play this in my DVD player, it kind of skipped or whatever, but anyway, yep, Night of the Living Dead, the original. I was actually thinking about, this is one of the only movies I'm thinking about doing this with. I was thinking about maybe getting this on Blu-ray eventually, especially if it doesn't play anymore. Even though you could watch this online for free, believe it or not, because it's public domain. But anyway, that is days 1 through 3 for me. Well, I guess maybe I'll talk a little about it, but I actually don't remember the first time I saw this. It was actually after another, you know, of the Dead series, but I actually don't remember how old I was when I first saw this. Just that it was in my teens. That's the only thing I can remember. It was in my teens when I first saw this. But anyway, I guess that's really about it. That's officially days 1 through 3, and yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks for watching.